Everybody out there, does anybody out there think that Gillette made this stupid emasculation of white men commercial because there might be some sexual assaults going to court soon, and they don't want to have the Me Too movement in their faces, marching outside their buildings, because that would be bad for business. So this might be a preemptive strike, is what I'm thinking. Oh no, we'll go easy on you since you made that commercial about emasculating white men. And of course, the Me Too movement itself is a hypocritical movement, because you used to have, you just threw her out recently, Linda Sarsour as the head of your movement. Linda Sarsour, who used to dress like a modern woman without the burqa in New York City. And then she puts on the burqa, and then all of a sudden the left just bows down to her. The Me Too movement embraces her. And Linda Sarsour, who said of Ayaan Hirsi Ali, who is a Somali-born woman, very dark-skinned, that she should have her vagina cut off because Ayaan Hirsi Ali is going around the world trying to stop female genital mutilation. So as it turns out, she can't speak anywhere because she's speaking against female genital mutilation. And that seems to anger the left and Antifa, and they come out and riot and burn things. Thank God I'm not a leftist. Otherwise, I'd be violent and stupid. Proctor & Gamble, aka Gillette, I am so happy you hooked your wagon to that star. And I hope that star falls very, very soon. Anyway, on with the show. Hello, everybody. You haven't seen me for a few days. I've been recuperating. I had an operation on Friday, and I had no idea how much pain I was going to be in and how tired I was going to be. But at the same time I was having my operation, the great, good, and kind Styx Hexenhammer 666, aka Tarl E. Warwick, gave me a shout out and said that my content was worth watching. And so I thank you as well for subbing, and I hope you find my content to be very satisfactory. Seems like there's been this Gillette commercial that has been going around and for a couple of days when I was recuperating. So I just saw it myself today. In fact, it sickened and nauseated me to watch it. I'm sure it probably sickened and nauseated you as well. Now, we shouldn't let this commercial get our panties in a bunch, so I thought I would bring out a few friends that you've seen before, and I realized I made a bad casting decision. Should have picked someone else as the star of the show. And I think you'll agree with me. I should have made this one Christine Blasey Ford, because this really kind of looks like her. If you take a good look at her and the glasses, and she's kind of like, you know, this would have been perfect for Christine Blasey Ford. But she claimed that she had a bathing suit underneath her dress. So I chose to use the one with the bathing suit. But this is definitely crazy Blasey right here. Right here. Or what happens to your son if you stop letting them be a boy? That whole boys would be boys thing. They're not, if they roughhouse with each other, it isn't like they're grabbing a little girl and roughhousing with her. That you would stop. But two boys, what it does is it strengthens their masculinity. And that's what we need in this world. We have a problem. Here's this problem that we have that you might not be aware of. So this is going to be fun, and I'm going to give you a few facts. As I usually do, here's a little factoid that might explain a little bit where we are in society today, but it's one of those things that nobody wants to come forward and just say. You might not know this, or might not realize this, as we think that any medication that we take is just going to disappear in the atmosphere. It's not going to come back to us in any way, should we toss it in the toilet. Well, ever since the pill was invented and women started taking the pill, remember the sexual revolution, of course, I remember the sexual revolution, but the sexual revolution happened in the late 60s, early 70s. Ms. Magazine came out, a woman can do it all. She doesn't have to have a man help her do anything. Ever since the pill came out, there has been a decrease in testosterone in males. Males have been becoming more feminine. And the reason being is that when a woman urinates, the pill, the female hormone, the estrogen, leaves her body and goes into the water system. And we haven't really been filtering the water very well. There are drugstores all over this country that stockpile the pill. So you've got the ones that actually take the pill and they evacuate it. Any pill that goes past the expiration date is thrown out. And most likely it's thrown into the water system. As a result, men are getting estrogen because it's not filtered out in the water, as well as a host of other medications. If you read the label, screws with your hormones, it's understandable why people are feeling like they're not quite the sex they were assigned at birth. It started when the pill entered the world. Gillette. I might know. I don't have Cool Shave Ken. I should have looked. I know there's a Cool Shave Ken, and that would be perfect for tonight. But is this the kind of guy that you want? And if I pulled those trousers down, there's a possibility that, well, I'm sure he doesn't have any sticks and berries. This is what you want to do to men, especially white men, because clearly he's a white male. There's a little scientific fact, and I always bring those in. I don't just tell you what's going on, but I'm going to bring in the scientific fact. In the mid-60s, the sexual revolution started. Women were telling us that they could do everything a man can do, plus have children, which makes them superior to men because you can do absolutely everything. You don't have to have a husband, don't have to have a father to your child. You can work 24 hours a day, and you can make the babies. Even your sexual organs are superior. And they told us that women could have sex anywhere, any place, anytime they wanted to have sex. They could be the aggressors, which is the opposite of the Me Too movement now. This is what they wanted then. They want something else now. They want to emasculate men, emasculate them. Earring magic, Ken. Barbie and Ken charms. So both of their charms are in there. That's awfully cute thing to say. But in the future, luckily, it looks like we have men that look like men. And we don't know what's going on underneath that underwear, but that is like underwear. Look at that. That's underwear. But we don't know what's going on under there. We don't know if the men of the future will have sticks and berries. You know, I kind of wonder, he does look kind of macho to me. He does look kind of macho, and there's those three ladies, and they're just kind of looking at him. He can have all three if he wants, for God's sakes. And look at them. They look pretty darn hot. Wow. Now, that's a man. And he's, look, he's like telling the ladies, no, you can't have me because my love is Barbie. He's got the Barbie charm around his neck, right next to his heart. He's always thinking of Barbie. Dressed like that, he's thinking of Barbie. If he wants to, he could have these hot chicks. All three. Ooh, and then Barbie would be a fourth. Oh, and then she could bring PJ. Oh, that'd be so cool. Well, is this what you want to make of us? Make of our society? Men like this, with possibly no sticks and berries and no guts. You know, I barbecue, and I would barbecue every single day of the week if I didn't live in a cold climate. Every single day of the week. So what does that make me? Does that make me exactly like white abusive males? I think this is crazy. Anyway, I think what Gillette is doing is crazy, and clearly what I'm doing with all my Barbies. Oh, did she come out? This is PJ. This is Sweet Rose's PJ. And I think she's kind of sweet over here. She's kind of sweet on Magic Earring Ken. So they're going to look at each other through the plastic, because you can't take the plastic off, or you can't take them out of the box because they won't be worth anything. Though I don't think Earring Magic Ken was worth much. I didn't pay too much for him, actually. But they can look at each other, you know, and she's wearing purple too. And she can look at Ken in the box, and he's looking at her now, and his earring is glinting. Let's see, he's got his earring in the left ear. So that's why he's looking at the ladies. He's looking at the lady. But would you say that outfit he's got on, is that masculine, or is that something like a leftover from the 80s? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, thank you for joining me. And I'm still very tired, still under the weather. So please forgive me. This is the first thing I've done since the operation. So, good night. Oh, see that glint. See that glint. Oh, he looks so hot. Wish I had a guy that looked that hot. But I don't. Ooh, blue eyes. Oh no. Blue eyes and blonde hair. You know what that means? Really, really evil. Wearing purple. I don't know how evil you could be wearing purple.